What is going on, guys? JD from New York here. This is Monday Night Raw Review, June 23rd, 2014. What happened with Vickie Guerrero and Stephanie McMahon? Was Vickie Guerrero fired from the WWE? What happened between Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose? What happened with Triple H? And who did he handpick to be in the Money in the Bank briefcase ladder match at this Sunday's pay-per-view? And Dolph Ziggler and Barrett had the match of the night for the IC title. All this and more, plus my opinions, the #1 source for all your WWE needs, right here on YouTube.com. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. What is going on, guys? Good morning. WWE Monday Night Raw Review for last night's show, June 23rd, 2014. And before I get into the review, guys, Off the Script this weekend, thank you very much for everyone that tuned in to Off the Script, making it one of the most successful Off the Scripts that I've done in recent memory. So if you guys did indeed miss that, links are down below. And as always, my boys over at Chairshot Reality at WrestleZone.com, they had an action-packed show this weekend. Go and check them out. Link to their homepage is down below. The best talk show on the internet when it comes to professional wrestling. And obviously, this is your #1 source for all your WWE needs right here on YouTube.com. Now, Monday Night Raw Review, guys. WWE is going in the right direction. Another solid show for Monday Night Raw. Now, I am going to be talking about the Money in the Bank fallout. Now, you know, I've been very vocal about Money in the Bank. I usually tend to think that Money in the Bank is best placed on WrestleMania to give those guys who don't have the chance and the opportunity and the luxury to, to be in a top WrestleMania card, spot, storyline, whatever, to be on WrestleMania in a very important role. I've always thought that Money in the Bank was going to be a WrestleMania staple. I've always thought that the WWE made a big mistake taking Money in the Bank away from WrestleMania and making it its own pay-per-view. I'm not a fan of the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. I'm a fan of the Money in the Bank concept. Now, granted, Money in the Bank as a pay-per-view has always delivered. I don't think there's ever been one bad Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Excluding what happened with CM Punk and him winning the WWE Championship at Money in the Bank a few years back in Chicago against John Cena in a moment that everyone was literally hanging on the edge of their seat. Is Punk going to do it? That was an amazing night, an amazing pay-per-view. And what the WWE did differently there was they suspended everyone's belief, whether it's real or fake. You didn't really know. And that was the nice balance that the WWE had, and that's what makes entertaining storylines. Whether you are a everyday viewer, whether you're just a casual fan who tunes in, sporadically here and there, if you're sitting at home and you don't know if what they're saying or what they're doing is real or fake, whether it's storyline and the way that they're building things, that's what makes entertaining television. That's why CM Punk's pipe bomb and his match with John Cena, the WWE Championship, with him eventually walking out of Chicago with that, was amazing because he didn't really know what the fuck was going on. The insiders knew, the dirt sheets tried to figure out, is he still contracted? What's going on? Is he going to come back? Yes, we knew, otherwise the WWE wouldn't have gave him the WWE title. We knew that. It was all trying to build on that reality, to get everyone on board. Like, what the fuck's going on? That's what makes entertaining television. When you have to question what's going on WWE TV, like, holy shit, what is going on here? That's what makes entertaining television. So excluding that, Money in the Bank has always been an amazing concept. I prefer it at WrestleMania. I've always been an advocate for King of the Ring being brought back and being the June pay-per-view because I've always been a fan of the King of the Ring. Now, what WWE has done for this year's Money in the Bank, better than every other one except the CM Punk one. I'm going to leave that one out because that one is completely special. They are building top storylines in a logical way. They're building top superstars, future superstars, to make them look important. Example, Roman Reigns is looking like a legit threat to you, to me, to everyone else watching. He's looking like a legit threat to the WWE Championship. And I commend WWE for nurturing and showing us why we should believe in Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is not going to win the WWE title because it doesn't make sense. And for those people that have come to me this weekend in my Off The Scripts comments section, Roman Reigns is not going to win the WWE title. It doesn't make any sense. John Cena, whether you like him or you fucking hate him, is going to win the WWE title. Why? Because it's logic. It makes sense. It's in Boston. Cena's from Massachusetts. They're going to send the crowd home happy. Brock Lesnar is looming in the background like fucking Batman. He's not going anywhere. Lesnar is part-time. Lesnar is a beast. Lesnar's a monster. He defeated The Undertaker, and there's no other way, no other direction for Lesnar to go but up. Lesnar is going to be the new WWE Champion. Whether you hate him, whether you don't want him in the WWE, whether you enjoy his act, tell him to go back to UFC, it doesn't matter your opinion on Brock Lesnar. Lesnar is going to win the WWE title from John Cena. That's it. Get it through your heads. I told you this already over the weekend. Get it through your heads. Roman Reigns is being built for the future. Whether Brock Lesnar is still champion, Roman Reigns is going to be the one to take it off whoever the champion is. Later on in the year, WrestleMania 31, whenever they decide to actually pull the trigger and give this man the title. But right now is not the time. Just like I said, it's not the time for Bray Wyatt, Cesaro, or anyone else, Orton. Wyatt should be the WWE Champion. Wyatt is the most deserving in that entire match of 8 to be the WWE Champion. But I'm not going to sit here and say, you know what, Bray Wyatt deserves it, he's this, he's that, blah, blah, blah. No, it doesn't make sense. You got to look at it in the terms of, or in the eyes of how wrestling works. Bray Wyatt is too big of a superstar right now to just hand him the belt and then just say, you know what, go out to fucking Brock Lesnar and be fed to the fucking wolves. You can't do it. You're going to do that with Roman Reigns? No, you're not. You're not going to do that with Roman Reigns. John Cena is the only choice. SummerSlam is the second biggest pay-per-view of the year. You want a marquee matchup headlining that pay-per-view. They're going to be in Los Angeles. They got access. They got celebrities and fucking news outlets all over the place. WWE is in LA, the land of the stars. You're going to have a mediocre main event that nobody cares about. You know, you're going to have a Randy Orton versus Brock Lesnar. You're going to have a Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar is not going to sell tickets right now. It's not the potential matchup yet that everyone wants to see. It's getting there. It could get there, but right now it's too soon. Cena's name draws. Cena's name is money. Brock Lesnar has always been money. They will be at SummerSlam in the WWE Championship. Brock Lesnar is going to defeat John Cena, and then from where they go after that, I don't know. That's why we're here. That's why we're watching. That's why I'm on this channel talking about it, to fill you guys in on what is going to happen because it makes sense. What made sense also last night is the fact that Triple H, even though I don't approve of it, I don't want to see him on my TV, I'm done with him being in high-profile spots and high-profile matches, Kane is in the Money in the Bank as the 8th man. He is the Authority's hired gun. So now the Authority has Randy Orton and Kane in the Money in the Bank ladder match, ultimately giving them the advantage over everyone else because they have two guys that potentially could cohesively work as a unit, take out the other 6, and there you got it. It's going to be the Authority trying to, pull or swing the odds in their favor. And that's exactly why Kane is in that match. That's the reason why Triple H decided on him being the 8th man. Now, what is going to happen at Money in the Bank, do you say? I'm sure you guys got an opinion on it. Roman Reigns is going to come very, very close from just dethroning the Authority's plans, getting rid of Orton, pushing Kane to the side. Kane is there to stop Reigns from getting the WWE Championship because Reigns shouldn't even be in the match, according to Triple H, because Vickie Guerrero messed up. So what Kane is going to do is he's going to try and stop Roman Reigns from getting the title, which ultimately he will fail because they want to build Roman Reigns as a strong character. Roman Reigns is going to be screwed by Triple H. He's going to be screwed by Triple H setting up their match for SummerSlam. Now, before that, you're going to have Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose team together as the Shield, 2/3 of the old Shield, going against Seth Rollins and Randy Orton at Battleground, because why? It makes sense. How they get there, I don't know. But it's going to develop on WWE TV. Then from that, you're going to get Roman Reigns versus Triple H, John Cena versus Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship, and there you got it. Your two big main events for SummerSlam. Those are the two matches WWE is going to go with leading into SummerSlam in Los Angeles. Roman Reigns is not going to win the title. He's going to be screwed by Triple H. Trust me. Trust me. If Roman Reigns wins the WWE title, I will come on here publicly and apologize to you guys for being wrong. Okay? I will come on here in front of this microphone, in front of this camera, say I was wrong. It's not going to happen. But I do commend the WWE for building Roman Reigns as a legit title contender. Will it happen now? No. Will it happen in the future? Abso-fucking-lutely. Okay? So, Kane is the 8th man. I don't like it, but it makes sense. It makes logical sense, storyline-wise. So, out of that, I really can't complain, but I really don't want to see Kane on my TV anymore in high-profile spots. Anyway, the other big news article last night was Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. Now, everyone was saying Dean Ambrose is going to be going one-on-one against Seth Rollins at Money in the Bank. Obviously, with the addition of a second ladder match, Triple H has appointed his new stud, Seth Rollins, as the first guy in the second briefcase, the second ladder match for the briefcase. Now, he came out and handpicked specific guys for this briefcase ladder match. You got Kofi Kingston, you got Jack Swagger, you got RVD, you got Dolph Ziggler, and you got Wade Barrett, okay? Dean Ambrose was not chosen. Now, I knew Dean Ambrose was not going to be chosen because Triple H doesn't want another member of the ex-Shield guys to be in the match with his boy Seth Rollins to potentially ruin it, okay? So RVD comes out, states to Triple H and Seth Rollins, you guys don't think, I don't think you guys take me seriously. So obviously there's a back and forth confrontation between Rollins and RVD. They book a match together. Match is awesome. Match is very entertaining. I like the way these guys have similar styles, but the age difference is there. You got RVD, the veteran, and you got Seth Rollins, the young stud. Though you got similar styles, it worked. It was great. Now, after the match, Seth Rollins wins by disqualification because the lunatic, the crazy psychopath, Dean Ambrose, comes out and attacks Seth Rollins, okay? So, obviously, Seth Rollins, and I love the way the WWE actually thought this out, you know? I'm thinking, if Dean Ambrose is not going to be in there, he's going to probably injure somebody to get his way in there, weasel himself into that ladder match somehow. But, being that he wasn't chosen, how are they going to get him in that ladder match? Because he has to be there. Logically, he has to be there. So Seth Rollins goes into the back, starts talking to Triple H, says, I don't want this lunatic, this fucking crazy motherfucker, ruining my chances from the outside. I don't want him ruining my chances as a non-competitor in this ladder match to fuck me of the WWE Championship, of that briefcase. That chance to be the WWE Champion in 1 year time, okay? He doesn't want Dean Ambrose to screw him out of the briefcase, to be Mr. Money in the Bank. So, what the WWE did is they booked Seth Rollins to want Dean Ambrose in the ladder match. He wants Dean Ambrose in a contained environment where he and only he can control him. Seth Rollins said he controlled him in the Shield. He's going to control him at Money in the Bank. Triple H didn't think this was a good idea. He's like, you want it? And he pats him on the back. It's yours. Go out and get him. But if this goes wrong, if this fails, if this backfires, it's on your shoulders. So I like the way that Seth Rollins, not backing down from a fight, not being a fucking pussy. He's going out there and says, you know what, I don't want this guy to fuck me from the outside. I want him in the match where I can control him. I want to control my own fate with him in the very same match. So there you got it. Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, both in the second ladder match for the briefcase. Going to be epic. And another match that's going to be booked for SummerSlam. I can feel it. I know it's coming. It's going to be Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose at SummerSlam. Those are going to be your big three matches for SummerSlam. Ambrose versus Rollins, Reigns versus Triple H, and Cena versus Lesnar. SummerSlam right now looking pretty damn good. So I'm happy with both scenarios. Why? Not because I'm happy with Kane being there. Not because of, Seth Rollins wanting to get his hands on Dean Ambrose and, them just putting Ambrose in the match. They didn't do that. It makes sense. They thought about it. They gave these guys the script to work with. It makes sense. I like it. I like where it's going. I'm excited for Money in the Bank. The other big story, Stephanie McMahon and Vickie Guerrero. I wasn't a big fan of this mud wrestling, it looked like, I don't know what the fuck it was, chocolate, dog shit, pudding. I don't know what it was, but it looked disgusting. So obviously, Vickie, last night on Raw, she's stepping away. She doesn't want anything to do with the WWE anymore. She wants to go on and continue her career elsewhere. It's not that she's being fired. She just, is walking away from the WWE. But on TV, storyline-wise, she was either going to be fired or she had a chance to beat Stephanie McMahon in a match by herself. Now, Vickie comes out dressed, ready to go. She comes out to Eddie Guerrero's theme music, and I even tweeted, listening to Eddie's old theme gave me chills, and I'm sure it did to you guys too. It was great to hear that theme once again. I didn't think we would ever hear that theme again on WWE TV. So Stephanie comes out, still dressed in her nice purple outfit that she wore at the beginning of the show, and she has Alicia Fox and Rosa Mendez and Layla come out trying to grab Vickie and throw her into this pool of mud. Now, if Vickie was thrown into the pool of mud, then she would obviously be fired. So she fought off all three divas. All three of these divas went into the mud. And then, obviously, at the end, Stephanie knees Vickie in the back and shoves her into the mud. She's gone. And then, obviously, it turns into, what the fuck am I watching here? Stephanie goes into the mud. She's flinging referees into the mud. I mean, the whole segment, to me, just reeked, again, of Vince McMahon. Not something I'm really proud of as a wrestling fan to watch on Monday Night Raw, when I just reported on Off the Script that Triple H wants a more serious tone to the product on Monday Night Raw. But it is what it is. It was a nice fitting way to send Vickie Guerrero off. She did the little Eddie Guerrero dance at the top of the ramp when she went into the back. Vickie Guerrero is going to be off WWE TV indefinitely. She may make a spot appearance, sometime down the line. We don't know, but right now Vickie is finished with WWE. Other than that, guys, I do want to say one thing. Dolph Ziggler versus Wade Barrett for the Intercontinental title was an absolutely amazing match. For a TV match. For a televised match on Monday Night Raw. I thought Dolph Ziggler was going to pull this one out and be crowned the new IC champion. I thought this because I thought Wade Barrett was going to drop the belt and then eventually go on to Money in the Bank and win the briefcase. Because out of the 7 guys that are there, I see him as the only one. I see Ziggler by default. I know this. I've been saying Ziggler is a world champion. He's world championship material for years now. But he's the only legit one right now out of the field of 7 in that briefcase match that I see as a potential WWE champion 1 year from now. Wade Barrett is the only one. Seth Rollins could be. Dean Ambrose could be. Ziggler for sure. Other than that, you're not going to give it a Kofi. You're not going to give it a Swagger. So those guys just don't work. You're not going to give it an RVD. He may pull out a surprise. Who the fuck knows? But as of right now, the way they've been built, Wade Barrett is the one guy that they've been building up as a legit guy. He's the only guy out of the field of 7 there that I see as a future WWE champion. So I'm picking Wade Barrett to be the briefcase holder at the end of Money in the Bank. The match itself was great. Unbelievable. If you guys missed it, I'm sure you can find it on YouTube. Go and check that out. Or if you want to watch the replay on Saturday night on Universal HD is the channel. They'll replay Monday Night Raw for, about 6 hours all night. Go and check it out. Unbelievable match. It really had me on the edge of my seat. The bullhammer that Wade Barrett pulled out of nowhere, I didn't think was coming. Great spot. Leveled Ziggler. 1, 2, 3. And he retains the title. Who knows? Wade Barrett could be the IC title and the briefcase holder at the end of the night. I don't know where they're going, but I see Wade Barrett as the only legit choice there for a briefcase holder and a legit choice 1 year from now to be a WWE champion. Luke Harper defeated Jimmy Uso. Jey Uso defeated Eric Rowan. I don't like the interaction between these guys, especially if they're going to be in a tag team championship match at Money in the Bank. What we seen last night, I don't know what we're going to be seeing differently on a pay-per-view scale. They may amp it up a little bit, but what we've seen from these two teams already is not going to be much different at the pay-per-view. I do expect the Wyatt family, Harper and Rowan, to walk out the tag team champions, but they had some interaction last night just to kind of build on what they're going to be doing for the pay-per-view. I didn't necessarily like the interaction last night, but it was done. I do expect the Wyatts to win the tag team championships. Naomi and Alicia Fox fought last night. Naomi defeated Alicia Fox. I'm all for Paige. I just can't get invested in a storyline with Naomi and Cameron because I can't stand both of them. I just don't like either one of them. And then you got Paige, who knows how to talk. You know, she's great in the ring. She knows what she's doing. She just hasn't been given a storyline that we can legit care about. And I know I use that word legit a lot in this review, but you just can't get invested with what they're doing with Paige because they're not giving her quality guys to work with or quality women to work with. And this is the WWE's fault. This is nothing on Paige's end. This is nothing on all the other divas' fault. They're just never given anything for us to care about. And the only one that we care about is the one that's not there and the one that's been rumored to be pregnant, AJ Lee. That's the money match for SummerSlam. AJ versus Paige for the Divas Championship. Hopefully she's not pregnant because then we won't be able to see that match for quite some time. Other than that, guys, it was really a, there really wasn't anything else. I'm not even going to talk about the main event because the main event we've seen on SmackDown. I watched the main event SmackDown match. I'm not going to talk about it because literally it was the same fucking thing. That was when Kane was being introduced as the 8th guy. Roman Reigns stood tall. He became a threat to the WWE Championship. They're building him up nicely. Not even going to talk about it because it was your run-of-the-mill handicap match with everybody involved in the WWE Championship ladder match. Nothing really special going on outside the Kane interaction with Roman Reigns and Kane being announced as the 8th man. But a very solid edition of Monday Night Raw. Very solid. That's 2 weeks in a row since they fired Jay Gibson, their head writer. So I don't know what's going on, but I like what they've been doing. I like what they've been showcasing. And hopefully it leads into Money in the Bank. We get a great pay-per-view. I'm assuming we're going to get a great pay-per-view. And then following Monday Night Raw, the fallout from Money in the Bank. Going to be an exciting summer, guys. I'm definitely excited to be WWE fan right now. Everything's looking great. We got some solid storylines. We got storylines that make sense. And SummerSlam is looking like a beastly pay-per-view in August. I can't wait. Should be exciting. So if you enjoy, guys, let me know what you think down below. Rate, comment, share, favorite, subscribe, all that shit. I'm out. I will be back on Friday for Off the Script, and then Sunday for your Money in the Bank pay-per-view review immediately following the pay-per-view this Sunday. So look forward to that, guys. I'm out. Have a great Monday, and I will talk to you all on Friday. Take care.